I am still not allowed to enter heaven because of using a toothpick without its owner permission. I had not apologized to its owner. My dear Islamic brothers and viewers of Qadri channel, tremble with fear when the wrath of Allah Azza wa Jal rages. One can be punished even for such a sin that it is considered very minor. As mentioned in the previous narration, that a pious and virtuous man was prevented from entering heaven simply because he used a splinter, a toothpick, without its owner's permission and died without seeking the owner's forgiveness. Just think for a moment. What is the worth of a splinter? These days, people unjustly consume valuable and precious assets belonging to other people and don't even feel the slightest amount of remorse in their hearts. Tubu ilallah, astaghfirullah. Sallu ala al-Habib, sallallahu ta'ala ala Muhammad, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. O Muslims, tremble with fear. The matter of fulfilling the rights of other people is very crucial. Violating someone's right, swearing to him, frightening him by staring at him aggressively, threatening him, disheartening him by telling him off or in any other way, or not paying his due debit, or delaying the paying of his debit without a valid reason. These all are examples of depriving people of their rights. Remember, if you owe someone money and you do not have it, but your household furniture can be sold to pay off the debit, then you must sell it. Otherwise, you will be committing a sin for the entire period that you delay the payment without the debitor's permission. Despite having the ability to pay it off, whether you are awake or asleep, a sin will be recorded in your book of deeds for each and every moment. In other words, your meter of sins will be continuously tick away. It is the condition of delaying debits. What will be the severity of sin if someone does not pay it at all? Ala Hadrat Imam Ahl Sunnat Maulana Shah Imam Ahmad Rada Khan alayhi rahmatur rahman was asked a question about a supposed man called Zaid who delayed in paying a debit and made excuse without any valid reason. So what does Sharia say about such a person? Ala Hadrat Imam Ahl Sunnat Imam Ahmad Rada Khan alayhi rahmatur rahman answered, Zaid is a sinner, corrupt, guilty of major sins, and oppressor, a liar, liable for punishment. What else does he want to be called? If he dies without paying off his debits, then he will have to give the debitors his virtues. He will to give approximately 700 salah with jama'at every 3 paisas that he owns. When he runs out of virtues, he will have to carry the burden of the debitors' sins and will be thrown into hell. My dear Islamic brothers and viewers of Madani channel, it is impossible for the oppressor to get his salvation without satisfying the oppressed. However, if Allah Azza wa Jal wants, He will reconcile between the oppressed and the oppressor on the day of judgment. Otherwise, the oppressed will be given the virtues of the oppressor. And if this does not settle the case, then the sins of the oppressed will be given to the oppressor. And though this oppressor may have left the world as a pious man with heaps of virtues, on judgment day he will be left a poor beggar and be thrown into hell. May Allah forgive our sin and give us energy. If we owe somebody's money, we have to pay on time. May Allah give us the energy to pay the payments, the debits which we have on time. Ameen. Bijahi Nabil Ameen. Sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa sallam. Sallu ala al-Habib. Sallallahu ta'ala ala Muhammad. Sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Dear Islamic brothers and viewers of Madani channel, how fortunate are the people who attend Sunnah inspiring Ijtima and ask Allah Azza wa Jal for success in both worlds. Alhamdulillah Azza wa Jal, the Sunnah inspiring Ijtima of Dawat-e-Islami, an international non-political movement of Quran and Sunnah, consist of zikr from beginning to end because tilawat, naat, the sunnah inspiring speech, the supplications and salatu salam are all different forms of zikrullah. Here's the glimpse of the blessing of ijtima of Dawat-e-Islami. This is the statement of an Islamic brother of Markazul Awliya Lahore in his own words with slight changes. That probably in 2003, an Islamic brother invited me to attend the 3 days Sunnah inspiring international Ijtima Sahra Madina, Madinatul Awliya Multan Sharif of Dawat-e-Islami, the worldwide non-political movement for the propagation of the Quran and Sunnah. I told him that I was the father of 6 girls and my wife was expecting another child. So I asked him to make dua for a boy this time. Adopting an extraordinary manner of individual effort, the Islamic brother said, Subhanallah, now then you definitely need to attend the 3-day Sunnah inspiring Ijtima. Attend the largest Ijtima of Prophet's devotees, Sallallahu Ta'ala Alaihi Wasallam, after Hajj and say dua. Innumerable pious Islamic brothers attend the Ijtima. Your dua might be answered due to the blessing of these presents. His words penetrated my heart and I decided to attend the Sunnah inspiring Ijtima. Words cannot express the faith strengthening atmosphere I felt there. I felt such spiritual peace for the first time in my life. Alhamdulillah Azza wa Jal. Few days later, Allah Azza wa Jal gifted me with a Madani boy as beautiful as the moon. My family members were also enjoyed. Alhamdulillah Azza wa Jal. I joined the Madani movement of Dawat-e-Islami. Allah Azza wa Jal granted me another Madani boy as well. Alhamdulillah Azza wa Jal. At this moment, I am rendering my services as the responsible for Madani Kafla in Dawat-e-Islami. My dear Islamic brothers, it is not a surprising that mercy showered on the Sunnah inspiring gatherings and environment of Dawat-e-Islami because there are probably numerous awliya rahimahumullah ta'ala amongst these Prophet's devotees. Ala Hazrat Maulana Shah Imam Ahmad Rada Khan alayhi rahmatur rahman said, there are great blessings in congregations and saying dua in the gathering of Muslim increases the chances of acceptance. Scholar says, whenever 40 pious Muslims gather, there will certainly be one saint, wali of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala amongst them. Even if your dua is not answered apparently, you must still avoid uttering word of complaint. Indeed, Allah Azza wa Jal knows what is the best for us. We must be grateful for Allah Azza wa Jal at all time. If He gives you a boy, thank Him. If He gives you a girl, thank Him. If He gives you a both, thank Him. And if He doesn't give you either, still thank Him. Thank Him in all circumstances and situations. May Allah Azza wa Jal give us this opportunity that in every circumstances we thank Him. Say always, Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen, ala ihsanihi. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen, ala kulli hal. Ameen. Bijahi Nabil Ameen. Sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa sallam.
Every moment, every breath, we thank Allah. The blessings of Ramadan, the blessings of Ramadan, the blessings of Ramadan, the blessings of Ramadan.